Hello all! This week's headliners have a three-peat from Cisco and Fortinet. For 3 weeks in a row, they've managed to top the list of actively exploited items needing fixes. Way to go! And there's lots more from plenty of others, so let's get to it. This email and video commentary is from the RedDotSecurity.news website, which contains a plethora of links to other items not mentioned here that are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's provided in these opening comments. So, on to the headline news. Cisco has issued fixes for actively exploited zero-day vulnerability in their Unified Communications Manager products that can enable remote code execution. This affects at least 6 products in that family, along with WebEx calling. Cisco is urging customers to update to patched versions as soon as possible. Fortinet patched a FortiCloud auth bypass back in December 2025. Apparently, the patch was insufficient since threat actors have been exploiting Fortinet firewalls via this defect since at least January 15. The vendor advises customers to disable FortiCloud SSO and restrict admin access to mitigate this defect. A forthcoming firmware update is coming that should plug this defect. Oracle Fusion Middleware has a critical defect in their Oracle HTTP server and their WebLogic server proxy plugin that can enable a threat actor to compromise the server. The flaw enables complete bypass of security controls as long as the attacker can access the HTTP server. Admins are urged to apply patches immediately. TP-Link, the IGI surveillance cameras series, has an authentication bypass defect that needs immediate attention. An attacker on the same network as the camera can reset the administrator password without any verification being required, giving the attacker full admin access. TP-Link urges immediate patching to fixed versions. Zoom and GitLab have released fixes for multiple vulnerabilities. Apparently Zoom makes a multimedia router. Who knew? That defect is the most severe one, and it should be prioritized since meeting participants could perform remote code execution attacks via this flaw. Update to the latest patches to fix this vulnerability. GitLab has released patches to fix a denial of service and two-factor authentication bypass defect. If you use either of these vendors' products, update soon. Time to exploit continues to go down. This week we have a link that shows that just 2 days after SmarterMail made their authorization bypass flaw public, exploitation began. Threat actors have excellent open source intelligence for collecting and prioritizing vulnerabilities, flaws, and defects that vendors uncover or other threat actors share. The race to patch before the bad guys beat you to it is quite real. There's an excellent article linked this week by VulnCheck that reports on the statistics about the state of exploitation 2026. It's well worth perusing. Google is offering free SAT practice tests, which should bring a bit of joy to parents and students that are faced with the prospect of paying for tutoring. The practice engine is powered by Google's Gemini AI and has been tuned and vetted by education firms like the Princeton Review to ensure that the practice tests are accurate and don't hallucinate. One very useful feature is the Explain Answer button, which will help students to learn the concepts being tested. As you're likely aware, Microsoft 365 was down for most of North America and some other parts of the world this past week for almost an entire day. For the impacted businesses and their support organizations, it was a very bad day indeed. This seems to be happening more and more lately. I think I'll start calling Redmond Services Microsoft 364.5 and start taking off digits for the length of time that the service is unavailable for large swaths of their clients. If memory serves me correctly, I think they probably would have ended up being known as Microsoft 360 last year. Keep the shields up.